As you heard, the man is still put on a Superman cape for real for Angel Reese. I thought that shit was corny. So Shaquille O'Neal came out and he threatened RG3, as y'all call him, a cornball brother, because he got a little journalistic beef with Angel Reese, and he's keep bringing her up. I thought that was corny, mainly because, and I seen Mike Rashid like this post too on the Instagram. He's another internet former Pookie Ray bully who I'm gonna punch Canvas Samuels in the face if he talks to my sister like that on his live. Like, so you gonna punch him in the face because she goes to his show looking for her 15 minutes of fame like most other women do, and get, if she deserved it, roasted or whatever, or critiqued or whatever. That's just corny. But yeah, I just don't understand how in our community the only people who get threatened publicly like this are not people who aren't a real threat. Like, you had YNs and Crips and Bloods threatening to put, hits on Kanye after some of the dumb shit he was saying. Okay, and then now you got Shaq talking about punching a cornball brother who just got a podcast who, could have been one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, but he got injured and his coach put him back out there and whatever. But I just think that's corny to me. Like, it's a whole bunch of YNs terrorizing the community every day, B. And I don't see none of y'all celebrities talking about punching them in the face. But this non-threatening dude, this family man guy, is a threat. Now, I get it. RD3 has said things. The way he acts, black people don't like him. They've excommunicated him out the community. Who he chose to marry twice, white women. Automatically, he taking L's from that situation. I don't care about that. I don't dig police. There's too much of that going on in the black community as it is. But some people are saying because his wife is not black, he shouldn't be talking. He had the thing with the other Superman cape guy, Ryan Clark, another boring-ass podcast. He, took umbrage with his critique of Angel Reese and saying she hates Carolyn Clark. Again, they're giving support political commentary that is opinion, not fact. It's not like these are actual real journalists reporting the real news. They're giving their opinion on what they think. And for some reason, they're putting their kid gloves around this woman, which I don't understand. Like, the black women who are soft-spoken and don't lash out, like even Asia Wilson, who don't really respond and all like that, and she's really emotional, she don't come off like that. I can see you protecting her like that, but they don't protect her. She's good, though. She don't need protection. But the girl who wants to be out there in the streets and wants to show her ass walking around and got a podcast during the season and not after the season or not after your career like most people do, but she has a podcast currently. So she wants the smoke, she wants the energy, she wants to be out there talking, she wants to be known other than her basketball career, which is whatever. But that comes with criticism and it comes with critiques. And for some reason, though, people want to defend her and want to protect her. But she not, as Shaq said in his little clip, she's not a soft girl, she's from the streets, she's from Baltimore. She a tough girl. I'm just telling her not to respond, not to act out. Like, why not? Athletes who don't like the criticism that they're getting from Stephen A. Smith, LeBron checked Stephen A. Smith because stuff he said about his son, whatever. Like, this is what has been going on for a while now. Nowadays, you got to see these people that talk about you in real life. And it is what it is. And I'm sure most people know that if they see these people, it could be a problem. But now you got other folks talking about, I'm going to punch you in the face for her. That's a little wild. That's a little corny. I just think that's just odd to me, being that, again, there's so many people every day terrorizing the community. And I never hear these celebrities talk about punching them or doing something to those people. But this cornball brother who just be talking on the internet, it's like, leave her alone. Leave that little girl alone. Like, one minute you talking about how strong and independent she is, but the next minute she a little girl. Like, like, which one is it? And again, I don't get how we jump out the window for those type of women. Again, I can understand the quiet, soft-spoken one who don't say much. Then he says, because he wanted to say, like, okay, it's your job, and I know you do what you do, but I would respect it more if it came from Lisa Leslie. There are women who are saying this. There are WNBA players who are saying similar things to what RG3 is saying. Not necessarily about the hate, but about critiquing her game. And they're giving harsher critiques than what some of these dudes are doing. They started saying she has. I personally thought she should have stayed in college one more year. Yes, she did 4 years, but she still could have did one more year, worked in her game, probably won another championship. But people keep bringing it up. Oh, she won a national championship. Caitlin Clark didn't. I never bring up Caitlin Clark. But Carmelo Anthony won a championship too in college. Nobody gives a shit about that. You're a pro now. Yes, Angel Reese is the reason. Well, Angel Reese's team, not just Angel Reese, but the entire team is why Caitlin Clark didn't win. We can't name none of the other people on Caitlin Clark's team, but there were at least 3 or 4 other people on Angel Reese's team that were decent and that were good that helped them win that national championship. But it is what it is. I just think this shit is corny when these grown black men are out here exuding their toxic masculinity, if you want to call it that, on stuff that ain't really that deep, ain't that serious. It ain't to the point, like, talk shit about him, do y'all whole little corny, your wife is white stuff that y'all been doing, all that. You shouldn't talk about black people. Like Ryan Clark route, you can't talk about black women because you don't sit at home with no black women and you don't know nothing about this man's life. And again, I don't follow RG3. I really fell off when he started speaking on politics one time. He's talking about gun control and shit like that, and I pretty much didn't care what he had to say, but I do know that he has a strong, large Christian white fan base, because I remember when he left his first wife, his white Christian fans was on his ass. Like, they was on his ass like, yo, go back to your wife, yo, blah, blah, blah. It took a while for him to come from underneath that. Like, his fans or his followers, I guess the clean-cut Christian image, family man thing he had going on until he got his divorce, the whites liked that. And they were really with him, and they still with him. But again, that situation when he left his first wife, they was on his ass for that. Because I was reading the comments on Facebook, they was just coming when he was trying to post his new girl and his new family. That man upgraded. He got a better looking Becky. And they didn't like that. But they still with him or whatever, for whatever reason. But now Rob Parker coming back out, yeah, I was right, saying he was a cornball brother and I shouldn't have got fired. Like, you shouldn't have. That conversation had nothing to do with sports that you brought up. His politics, the way he votes, I just think that's lame and corny of black people to police blackness, to put this blackness in a bubble to where you have to have these things in order for us to respect you or whatever, right? Because it's not consistency, because there are black men in the locker room who felt the same way about Sierra's dude, but because he saved a single mama and married a black woman after leaving a white woman, he can be the cornball brother. It's the funniest thing. They did the same exact dude somewhat. Just Russell's a little bit more quiet with his, probably intentionally, so they don't, he don't lose it. But they're allowing him to get a pass because he saved a single black mama and married her, made her honest woman out of her. But because he kept his white women and got another one and stayed in that lane, he gets no pass. He's not a part of the community. You go look at any of these black podcasts, he's not like us and all this other stuff. And I'm like, all right, cool. That's how you feel about certain black people in the black community, but then y'all wonder why these niggas just don't care about the black community anymore. They go away. And that's my recommendation from years of being on YouTube, is like, people say, what should black men who have non-black wives and mixed kids do? Go off and link with other men who are in your same situation, because the dick policing and your blackness being policed will always be questioned, no matter how good you do your job, no matter what you do for your community. But that's my video. I'm out. Shaq is a bitch ass dude for doing this, threatening a man. Like, I'll let Shaq punch me in the face and I'll become a millionaire. I won't let him do it, but Shaq is not a tough guy. Shaq is a fucking gentle giant. He just 7 feet tall, but when Yao Ming put him in his place, a couple other boys put him in his place. That's why his career. What Shaq said, RG3 is going to suck for him because his legacy is going to be his podcast and not how he was as a football player. But like, what's your legacy going to be, Shaq? You cheated on your wife. You was lazy. You could have won at least 10 championships. You only got 5, or 4 rather, I think. Yeah, 4. Kobe got 5. He got 4. So even your protege, who you were jealous of, got more rings than you, and he got 2 without you. You got 1 without him. What's your legacy going to be? That you were lazy, you got fat, and you didn't have the discipline to win more rings, and that's why Kobe didn't like you after a while. He snitched on you. It was dirty, but he didn't like you because he didn't like your work ethic. And I should have won 10 championships in LA. That season when y'all lost with all them washed superstars, with Gary Payton and all that was embarrassing. And I wasn't even a Lakers fan. I was a Shaq fan as the way he played. I was never a Lakers fan. I just liked the way Shaq played. I liked the way Iverson played. never was a Philly fan. I grew up in that early 2000 era. That's when I still watched basketball. I pretty much stopped basketball after that era went away. Like, pretty much when Dwayne Wade was nice, I was not really watching basketball because the shit was just boring. And I hated the fact that the East was always trash and the West was just dominating so much. And I was a Knicks fan, so you know how that goes. But I'm just saying, what's your legacy going to be, Shaq? Because it ain't going to just be the 4 rings and the short window of domination you had until you got a Yao Ming or some other, or Dirks and them other 7-footers who can hit threes. Pretty much ended your legacy, or the fundamentalists, the Tim Duncans and the Admirals who just played regular basketball, and they took a couple of your chips away too. But that's my video. I'm out.
Speaking of man, RG3, tweet another monkey post about my girl Angel Reese and punch in your fucking face. Okay? It's enough. Like, I don't usually do stuff like this, but just stop it, bro. You got your job, you got your podcast, leave my Angel Reese alone. I'm the one calling her and telling her not to respond. Fucking stop it. That's the last time. Okay? Thank you. It's not real hate. If you look around what's going on in this real country, that's hate. This is sports. I'm not supposed to like you. It's a shame that all the stuff you did in your life, you're going to be remembered for your podcast. You're going to be remembered for your podcast. That should tell you you're not that fucking great. I don't want to be remembered for Shaq's Bit podcast. I do not. Like, leave those girls alone. You already spoke on it. Let it go. So what? He hates her. So fucking what? I hate you now for messing with her. Now what? Say something about me. But she's not going to respond because I'm the one calling and be like, baby, keep it classy. Because she's not soft by any means. You're from the streets. But I'm like, you're beautiful. Don't indulge with these fools because he's a fool. You don't even have G14 classification to say that. I would respect it more if Lisa Leslie said it. Like, that's y'all category. Stay out of them people's category. Okay, you're sports, whatever you do, you talk about sports, but bro, you don't need to be going deep. Y'all can go deep. Y'all are females. Y'all understand what that's like. If he hates her, so what? Mind your business. Like, I don't mind you doing your job as anyone, but don't pick on that little girl. Because guess what? I'm her protector. Now pick on me. You pick on me, I'm going to punch you in your fucking face.